Hey everybody, Sam here.
And Angela, and welcome to our channel.
Welcome back to another video from our bedroom of our 1988 Palm Harbor single-wide mobile home. In today's video, we're going to tackle and replace and repair
the front wall.
A portion of the front wall. Here is the area of the wall that we're going to be working on. We have the window that we installed, I don't know, a while back. The original window was leaky. This new one doesn't. So we have some old damage down on the studs and the bottom plate of the wall. We're going to be replacing that. In order to replace everything correctly, we're going to take this wall and open it up to the stud right here. The camera lady goes back there, we go. Back to here. This one's staying, but this is going to be the beginning point of a new wall to go from here all the way to the window, across, and stop at this wall. Now we're not going to take it all out at once because we were concerned about, you know, having the roof fall on you, that kind of stuff. What we're going to start with is take out probably this 2 bay section, so about a 32-inch wide section. Take it out, frame it up, then we'll move down, we'll take the window out, take all this stuff out and reframe it. So we'll do this in probably 2 steps. That way we're safe and it's a little more manageable of a project. See why we put this in here to begin with. That's good. We can leave that one, right? Shouldn't take long to cut through. Part of it. I showed this briefly in the other video where we did the floor in the bedroom, but I'm going to be using some of these really long, they're probably about 6-inch long construction screws. I'm going to use these to tie the 2 sistering of the joists that we did the floor. I'm going to tie them together. The one that I'm getting ready to do I didn't do in the video, but now that we have access to it and it's here, I'm going to go ahead and pin those 2 together while I'm here. What we're going to do next is go ahead and cut and lay down our plywood. Then we're going to frame our new wall on top of that. That's how homes and everything are traditionally built. That does deviate from how you saw us do the patching and fixing of the rest of this room, and that's because we didn't want to have to jack up and support the ceiling and the wall structures to slide it under when we had perfectly good, fine wood holding everything, and that was fine. So just a little disclaimer of why what we're doing is a little bit different than what we did show. This is more new construction, whereas that was retrofit and repair construction. Alright, we've reached that glorious moment where we can actually attach the plywood to our joists, creating our subfloor and safe and sturdy new floor. For this, before we get started, I got to give a special thanks to Steven. He watches our channel, and we met him in person, and he said, Sam, I saw you struggle and Angela struggle with those long screws and just like wobbling like that all over the bit. So he gave us one of these long magnetic sleeve bit drivers, or I think that's what they're called. Yeah, we'll call it that for today. Anyway, so thank you, Steven. We're going to put this to town, and we'll, I'm sure, be sold on this. And I mean, of course, there's a bunch of people out there who probably know these existed. It's just one of those things we hadn't got, you know. Oh well. Here we go. We have 3 wall studs and our bottom plate cut to lengths and everything. We'll go ahead and stick them into place here. We're going to be reusing the top plate of the wall, so we'll just put our bottom plate down, then our studs, and screw it all together in place. Most peaceful drilling of a hole with a paddle bit. ASMR paddle bit. I don't know, it could be $1 million idea. People like all sorts of stuff. Okay.
Oh, there's an arm.
Yeah, you two people. Work's happening over here sometimes. Sometimes. Angela's outside taking the screws out of this side of the window. We're going to take just these out first, then we're going to pull the stud out, put a new one in its place, and she's going to put the screws back. That way we don't have to worry about really messing up our window, and we're replacing only the boards that really need to be done. Yes, we could probably just tear the whole window out and redo all of that and yada yada yada, but it's getting late in the day for us, and the clouds in the sky are not looking very nice, so we're trying to do this in a way that we're not ripping our house wide open and then paying the price if any rain comes out around to show its rainy face. So, yet again, we're not conventional. So, this is how we're doing things, and you can just enjoy and learn what to do, and maybe what not to do. Let me get up there for you?
I don't know.
At least hold the ladder for you. That's no show. Here, I'll get up there.
Look at all the pinholes.
So that worked out pretty good. The stud was able to walk in there, no problem. Everything lines up, and we'll just stitch it back together using some of these 3-inch long Spax construction screws. And then we'll go back outside and zip the window back into place through this new stud and be good and good. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't just beat the bejesus out of it. I just tapped right in there. Well, I don't know how long this took us. 2 hours, maybe? Maybe 3. It's 7:30.
I think it's probably 3.
Not bad. I was very pleased, and at the end I was like, wow, we actually did this.
And we did it without taking the window out.
Right. In our time frame of in one evening, we were able to reframe the wall and the window and everything, and it looks great.
We are expected to have rain at any point, kind of today, tomorrow. So we were kind of iffy about doing the window work now, but since we were able to keep the window in, it wasn't really a big deal.
Yeah. It worked out good. It was definitely non-conventional. So yeah, what you just saw is not, probably you won't ever see that anywhere else on YouTube. But honestly, that's real life. That's how, if you don't want to redo your weather stripping and everything with your window, that's how possibly you can reframe your wall behind it.
And so the reason that worked is because the Lexel or the caulking was against the aluminum siding. And so we were able to take the stud, the wood behind it away and put one back without disrupting the window siding caulk adhesion.
Yep. The seal wasn't broken. And you may wonder, okay, what about the screws? The screws never had like rubber washer heads or anything like that on them. So we have no concern. Obviously, we wouldn't do something shoddy with our house. Not with putting this much work into it.
And moving it all the way here and everything, no. We want to do what's best.
Definitely. As you could possibly tell, or if not, I'll just tell you now, I did add in 2 cripple studs at the bottom of the window, and then I did not do a header above. As you saw, the original framing contained no classic header with king stud, jack studs. It's a mobile home, and if it's lasted for 30 plus years, more than 30 years at this point, I wasn't going to change it. Ideally, yes, you would want a header, new construction, blah, 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 all that stuff. I understand it. But it worked great. It's going to continue to work great. It's my story. I'm sticking to it. As far as the floor replacement, that was very nice to be able to do that proper. So there you go. We have 2 areas of our home that has been proper floor replacement. Here and our front door in the living room. Everywhere else,
only about 4 to 5 feet worth here.
Yeah. Everywhere else, call us shortcuts, call us reality renovation, but it is what it is. The floor feels great. It looks great. It is nice to have our subfloor 100% done in the bedroom. Bedroom, not the closet, because you've got some ideas over there, I think.
Yeah, that'll come in later.
Oh, okay. We're not going to give no hints?
No, not yet. We do have one more wall in our bedroom that we need to rebuild, and it's the one behind me. This is the one that is between us and the kitchen, which also has our above range microwave and cabinets and stuff like that. It's held up by 2x3s and 1x3s.
Hang on. 1 2x3, mostly 1x3s.
So, I mean, and one of them is like really crooked. It's crazy. And the one that is at our doorway that like your latch goes into, it has totally been shredded. So we are definitely going to be redoing some of the stuff in here, probably putting stuff up against it, but we'll have to see how that goes.
Well, hey guys, I think that this is wonderful progress for an afternoon.
Yes.
I feel good. You feel good.
I feel good.
You better feel good. If you don't feel good, watch it again and you'll realize we did twice the work in one spill. Yeah. Overall, the bedroom is finally starting to, I think, be over the hill and a little bit down into the easier parts.
Right.
For sure, we're not on the floor anymore. The floor is done.
Most definitely.
The structure is sound, has been rebuilt, has been beefined up, and we're good to go. So while we're done with the floor in the bedroom, we still have our closet to do. We're going to do a little bit of rework in there, getting rid of the walk-in style. And our next thing will probably be attached there and a little bit of project creep I think we're going to do next.
Yes, it's the only time that we can really do it because it involves the laundry room.
Oh, laundry room makeover?
Possibly.
Laundry room redo? Why not? We're already in it, and that's the last bit of floor in this whole house. Let's just finish it out, right?
Yeah, might as well.
So as we claim victory over this floor, we realize we got some more floor to do.
That's okay. It's more like a laundry closet than a laundry room, so it's not too big.
I think the total floor space is like 3 to 3.5 feet wide and 8 feet long.
So not bad.
We can do it. So that being said, I think our next video coming up will probably be more floor work, but it'll be in the laundry room.
I thought we were going to do the wall.
Oh, we're doing the wall?
Well, we're not quite sure what's going to be next. Are we going to do more floor work? Or are we going to do more wall work? I guess it's going to be a toss of the dice.
There's no telling if our knees are working that day or not.
That's kind of what it's come down to.
Yep.
Well, thanks for coming along as we got our wall pretty much replaced, got rid of all the rot. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time on the homestead.
See you guys.
Bye.
We got Master of Cheez-Its over there. Inspector General.
You're in the video.
Ah, I'm in the video. You ready? Wow. Ah, nuclear. Okay. Let's get a little mixture of the yellow 80s insulation and our bathroom. And people can ask, what's that? Tankless water heater.
Oh.
Okay. And then get the exposure right and press start to lock it.
Okay, the battery's already low, but
It's okay. Alright, let's do that again because I maybe trashed that whole clip.
okay.
So where did I, what was one of the last things I said I could transition from? Okay. I feel like I'm crawling with bugs. Hang on. It's just the dead
Dust.
shells of wasp nests
Gross.
and insulation and fiberglass. I don't know, I'd like to be in the house at some point. That is a pretty view out front.
I got it. Unplug.
Tell us this is how we're getting power.
This is how we're getting power to run our fans.
Drop cord with generator, back in the camper.
Otherwise, work would not be possible.